Do you ever get in a mess sticking down your MDF, your photographs, or your die cuts? Then stick with us on HobbyMaker because this Wednesday we have the world launch of the We Are Makers Sticky Folio. Easily add adhesive to your die cuts, ribbon, MDF, photos, thick materials, and more with no mess. The Sticky Folio is a lot cleaner than tape runners, glue, and traditional tape. Join myself and Carla Bagshaw this Wednesday at 1 p.m. for the world launch of the Sticky Folio.
Hello crafters and makers. We're excited to announce that Jewellery Maker, Hobby Maker and Sewing Street will be attending the Creative Craft and Sewing for Pleasure event at the NEC from the 16th to the 19th of March. We'll have talks and live demonstrations from some of your favourite guests and presenters, special offers on selected products, and of course the popular tombola with lots of amazing prizes to be won. You can also receive 40% off your ticket by using code CREATIVE40. We would love to see you all there, so come and say hi at stand number F01. Let's get our craft on with Creative Craft.
Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk. Hi everybody, good morning. It's just after 6 a.m. and welcome to Wake Up with HobbyMaker. Hope you're well. I'm Dave. Great to be back with you after a few days off. And we've got a cracking couple of hours ahead. The way we work here at HobbyMaker is we're live until 8 o'clock. Then, of course, Jewellery Maker and Sewing Street take over for 5 hours. And then we're back this afternoon with that world launch from We Are Makers at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we have got a great couple of hours. We've got Debbi Moore between 6 and 7. And then we have Jamie with Creative Expressions between 7 and 8. Some amazing deals for you. But what we always do at this time of the morning is kind of gently ease you into the day with a little bit of fun as well. So what we thought we'd do is we'll give one of you, if you buy something in this show between 6 and 7, one of you will win your basket. Now, what does that mean? Basically, if you shop and buy anything from us between now and 7 a.m., but around about 10 to 7, I'll announce the winner of someone who's won their basket. So whatever they've bought, whoever gets drawn will actually have what they've bought for nothing, which is good. So shop away between now and 7, you could win your basket. Even if you spend £50, even if you spend £200, even if you spend £2.50, one person randomly selected will win what they put in their basket. Also, we have a little bit of fun with an anagram. Now, this is a very well-known company that supplies us here at HobbyMaker, and all you need to do with the anagram is basically change those letters around, Coaster Inexpressive. Change those letters around to make a well-known crafting company, and if you get it right and you're lucky enough to be drawn out of the hat, you'll win yourself a £25 credit. Okay, now we'll give that answer and tell you who's won that just before 7 o'clock this morning. So rearrange those letters, Coaster Inexpressive. Make up a brilliantly well-known company that supplies us here at HobbyMaker, and £25 could well be on your account as a little bit of an account credit. Okay, what we've got to start off with then, loads from the lovely Debbi Moore, and we're talking about things that are positive and happy and spring-like and summery. We've got the Daisy Dreams Extravaganza Bundle. Now, this is absolutely bonkers value for money. It really, really is. This is what we're calling the mega bundle. You've got 144 elements in this. You've got the match-its. Now, basically, the match-its say what they do. The match-its, the printed elements, match with the dies. You've got gorgeous papers. You've got the fantastic 8x8s. You've got the fantastic 6x6s. You can buy them individually as well, but if you buy the big bundle with 144 elements in it, 20 card blanks and envelopes included too, look at all this beautiful artwork. Stunning artwork, isn't it? $74.96 is all you're paying, but that won't be the price. Everyone will pay the final low price. AD6185. Put it into your basket now. There are more shows with this scheduled with the lovely Debbi a bit later today. But of course, if the stock goes in this morning's show, we'll have to rethink this afternoon's shows. Lovely Debbi's here with us. Good morning, my love.
Good morning.
Good to see you again.
It is. I'm very excited and I've had my coffee. I'm raring to go.
Raring to go.
I'm getting used to these early mornings and then I won't be doing them.
Well, once you get used to them, they're not so bad, are they?
No.
Your body clock gets in the gets kind of used to it. Now, you've done some boards for us because there's just so much in this.
Oh my goodness, it was really hard because we had even another step on there to actually put everything out. We have 144 elements, and that is what you're going to get, not because they all come with a forever code as well, so you can print it off again and again. And when I say elements, this is one element, for example. So we have the milestones, and what we've got, the milestones, these are A6 sizes, and they're all printed on card, and it's 250 GSM. And there's literally, if I go down it, you've got...
And Debbie, the artwork is stunning. It really is. I love daisies. I mean, that to me says spring's on the way.
It's spring, it's, you know, summer. Really, it's very, you've got inspirational quotes. So you can see we've still got the milestones there, but then you've got the 6x6.
Yep.
And the idea behind them is you have got the inspirational words, you've got birthdays, you've also got sympathy, you've got retirement, so you've got a bit of everything on there.
Everything you could ever possibly wish. And like Debbie said, the Forever Code is something that Debbie introduced. And the first time I heard about it, I thought, that is so generous because, you know, you buy the artwork normally, it runs out, you then got to buy it again, and then you've got to buy it again. But with the Forever Code, you basically go onto Debbie's website, put the Forever Code in, that's obviously in the packaging, and that will give you access to all this artwork that you can print off again and again and again. And what you print it onto is entirely up to you. So it's the card kit that never ends.
Exactly. So what we've got on here is, again, you've got 6x6 and the A6s. Every single piece is different. You haven't got any duplicates.
Look at the birds, look at the bike there with the flowers on the basket. Really gorgeous artwork, beautiful, positive colours, bright colours.
So what we've got here is the remnants of the A6s, but then we go into the A5s, which is the Match It paper card making kit.
Yep.
So this is on 150 GSM, so it's different. And you've got what we call the card fronts, as well as you've got all these. And there's just so much on here.
I suppose you could actually use that as an insert if you wanted to as well, couldn't you?
You can use it as an insert, and don't forget that you actually get the Forever Code. So
Yep.
if you decide, we've got some samples where Amanda's used it with the inserts, but then you've got the Match It sheets as well. So as you can see, you've got, yet again, more card fronts. These ones will go with the dies. So the dies that you've got can overlay these ones, and you can die cut them out.
Beautiful. Then we go on to 8x8s.
8x8 papers. Every single one is different. So you've got all these gorgeous designs. They're pre-printed on 150 GSM, and it gives you that lovely finish.
And then the final board, more 8x8s.
More 8x8s.
And also, you've got these elements that you can cut out as well.
See, when I was designing it, I was like, I need some butterflies, I need bunting, just to finishing it off. So you are getting 144 pieces, because what you don't see here, you get 20 cards, 6x6 cards, and you get the 20 envelopes.
Yep.
You've got the 8 dies as well.
Should be 74.96. Now, I know it's early in the morning. It's only, 7 minutes past 6, but we're going to give you something extra special. We may even have split pay on this as well. Okay, now we're not going to charge you 70 anything or even 60 anything. Look at this. For 144 elements, including the Match It dies, 46.96, and we shouldn't put it on split pay, but Liam's in charge this morning and he has put it on split pay. 23.48 is your first payment of 2, okay, plus your P&P. And the P&P is 3.95, okay, for the whole day, no matter how many things you buy. And you are going to be coming back later this afternoon, I'm sure, and buying lots of other goodies with our other shows later on. So once you pay your P&P once, you don't have to pay it again. Simple as that. All the way through the day, the rest of your items are delivered free of postage. Now, Liam, normally in the office, 9 to 5, not this morning, he's in charge. Let's say hi to Liam. Morning, mate. Here he is. He's very rarely in my ear, but this morning he is. Ollie's there as well, directed. Morning, Ollie. Michael's back. He's on camera too. Hello, Michael. And lovely Debbie, of course, in the studio as well. We've got Kinga somewhere around the corner too on the floor. So that's your team here this morning. 46.96 for the big bundle, okay, on split pay as well. Now, Debbie's also very well known for her USBs. Now, the USB, this is the biggest content USB you've ever done.
We actually stopped counting. There's probably a little bit more, but there is 2,900 printable elements.
Wow.
I know, and that is if you print it once at that size.
Now, you've got so much content. This is also the Daisy collection, but if you think that 144 collection kit we showed you a few minutes ago was generous, 2,900 printable elements. The only thing that's not on the USB that you're going to get in the bundle are the Match Its, okay? Everything else, all the other artwork will be on this USB and more.
I was saying, that there isn't. I realised as I was putting out the toppers aren't on either.
Right.
6x6 and some of the backing papers. So the only thing that you get on the USB key is the milestones.
The milestones.
So
the milestone
you've got
birthdays.
your lot.
So the rest of the artwork is different to what you get in the 144-piece collection. So if you wanted to go for both, it's only the milestones that you'll get on the USB, and you're going to get the forever code, of course, with the main collection as well. So you're going to get that artwork, and you're going to get this artwork that we're flicking through on the USB. Your USBs are some of the easiest to navigate around.
Thank you. I mean, they're a click and print system, and what we've actually done is we've laid it out so you can just see what you got, click on one, and it will open up. And it works on PC, Mac, and Linux, and even the latest Windows 11.
Okay, brilliant. So just pop it in, and all that artwork is there for you. And it's for envelopes, it's for all sorts of content. I mean, look at the artwork. It will never disappear. $19.99 for the USB. That is the start price. We're going to take an extra couple of pound off just because we feel like it this morning. It's going to go down to $17.99, and it's the artwork that will never disappear. So when you need an instant card, you've forgotten something, someone's birthday, someone's anniversary or whatever, you can go for that USB, plug it in, and just have a little look around all the artwork, print it off on whatever card or paper you wish to, or even on fabric, or maybe you want to print rice papers or whatever you want to do, vellums, acetate. It's entirely up to you. And can you change the sizes of images?
Yes, you can. So what we're going to do is, if we can quickly have a look, if we go back, and I'll extend to design sheets. Design sheets are the main body.
Okay.
So if you click on, if we just go through the bottom tab, so you can see all the different pages. You've got that page, and you keep going. So this is why you have keep going. You've got 2,900. Keep going to the end, and then all you need to do is click on any of those. And you've got different colorways.
Oh,
so there's
wow.
an orange colorway. So you can see that you've got religious ones, you've got inspirational ones,
Yep.
heartfelt ones, you've got plain toppers, and also if you've got any of my nesting dies, they work with it. But what I want to do is show how to print. So if you then click on the top right-hand side, there's a little printer icon just on there. And then what will come up is your print preview, and this is where you can change your size. So if you look to the right, it says scale. It's been written, when I say we, it was written by my husband.
Yep.
Okay, to make it a click and print system so anybody can use it. You can change the sizes, and you can individually change sizes. So what's different on here is bags and boxes. I'm going to be showing you how to do loads of bags and boxes. We're going to do a pillow box. So the other thing to remember is you have to close down the X at the top.
Okay.
And that will bring you back to the main menu. There you go. And then if we go into, for example, the bags and boxes, okay, because obviously you don't get bags and boxes, the main one.
No.
Yep, if we open the pillow boxes, click on the purple one or any of them. And I'm going to do a pillow box in today's demo.
There you go.
And if you had to buy a pillow box in a shop, you're talking about £4, £5 easy. And that is such, because you can change the sizes.
Yep.
Can you imagine if you want a small pillow box for jewellery?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
If you are a jewellery maker, making your earrings, your necklaces, your bracelets,
Yes,
you need
look at
something
that.
to put it in, there you go. And it's all there. After you've bought the USB, all you've then got is the expense of your cardstock that you're printing it onto. That's it in the ink, obviously. $17.99 for 2,900 elements, okay? I'd be tempted to go for the main collection that we showed you, the 144 elements. We've got the physical cards and the physical papers, and then go for the USB 2. 2U or TU6165. Now, if you're liking the idea of digital with the USB, let me give you another option. Now, if you don't want the USB, but you want the artwork, this is going to have exactly the same content as the USB, but it will be an email that will be sent to you with a download link, okay? You'll get it tomorrow, and because obviously it's an email, there will be no P&P, but the way our system is set up, it will charge you P&P today, but you'll get a refund. If that's all you buy today, you'll get a refund of that tomorrow, okay? So if you want that, then there's 2,900 printable elements, but that isn't the price this morning. For the digital version of the USB, $9.99. And remember, you won't get anything in the post. It will be literally an email from Debbi Moore Designs tomorrow that will go into your inbox, and it's then got the link that you click on to take you to the artwork, okay? VA6101. Now, a couple of other things you might want to get in your basket before we get into a demo is the printable tissue paper, and also it comes with the glossy cardstock as well.
It's actually, you get 2 packets.
Yep.
So you get 2 packets of tissue paper, and you get 25 glossy paper at 150 GSM.
Okay, now why do you need tissue paper, you might be thinking? Well, if you want to make candles like this, in other words, you print onto the tissue paper, and then the tissue paper with an ordinary domestic iron allows you to make this. Now, the demo for this is going to be in the 4 o'clock show this afternoon, but if you missed out last time, because it did sell out last time, order it, Pop it in your basket and check out. We sold it sold out in next to no time. And then make sure you either watch the 4 o'clock show or record the 4 o'clock show this afternoon. And Debbie will show you how you can actually make pillar candles just like that. So $8.99 for that, RM6134. All available now on our website. And then one more thing that we sold out of last time and is back today by popular demand. If you want to make your own boxes, this is Debbi's So Affordable MDF Box Maker. Now, again, how to use this will be demonstrated in this show, actually. It'll be our second demo. But again, this sold out, again, twice, I think, on the same day.
Yeah.
It's back today with instructions, and a tutorial is going to be in this show, okay? $9.99. It's got to be the most affordable box board I've seen. CI6140 is your item number for £9.99. So those are some of the highlights of this morning and of the day as well from Debbi. All of you, I know, are putting everything in your basket and checking out right now. And it's nice to know at the start of the day, you've made your order, you can sit back, watch all the demos, and even if things sell out, you know, you've got yours, okay? Now, if you go onto the website, hobbymaker.co.uk, everything I've just shown you is available individually, but all those deals that we've just talked about are there as well. Just go to hobbymaker.co.uk. Right, Debbie, what are we doing first?
Well, we're going to use the main bundle.
Okay.
Because some of these papers and elements are not in the USB key.
Right.
But the thing is, there's such a crossover. So you're going to enjoy, I would go for both.
Yeah, I was going to say, treat yourself to both.
Yes. I mean, we've got, it's the biggest paper kit I've done.
Yep.
With 144 elements, and that includes the dies as well.
And the forever code, so that kit will
Yes.
never run out. And of course, the USB will never run out either.
So what I've got here is I've just used the craft card, and I've just made a little 8x8 card. And these fit beautifully in there, so you can see that, but you can trim them down. And don't forget, with having the forever code, you've got that option. And then I've got all these toppers. Now, the milestones go up in different sizes. They go up in 5s or 10s, and they go all the way up to 90. So we will do...
Up to 100, don't they?
Sorry, 100, yes.
Yeah.
I think I've got the 100 here. But these are in pink and also in blue in the main bundle, but on the USB key, you have them in different colours.
Oh, great.
So you've got that option, but I've just gone for those two. So let's do an 80th. And then what I've got is we're going to actually just put it all together. And I'm used, oh, there's 100.
As ever, the quality of the paper and the card that Debbi uses is absolutely superb. And the value that Debbi gives is amazing. I mean, you know, we're so conditioned to buying card kits that run out, and then you've got to go and buy it again, and then we find out it's been discontinued, and you're thinking, oh, I really like that card kit. You've always got the artwork. It's never going to disappear. And what you print it onto yourself at home is entirely up to you. But to have the physical card kit as well is fantastic.
So
now, if you want the envelopes, they're all being activated and put on the website now for you. If you just want the 20 cards, are they 8x8 cards or 6x6?
No, they're 6x6.
$5.99 for 20. Wow, and the envelopes included too.
So because you've got the 20 6x6 in your kit, so what I've done is I've put those on there. Right, okay, so what I'm doing is now sticking together. Now also on the show, back in stock, we have a pricking tool.
Hey, this is the easiest way to get the backs off your phone pads. It's
Yes.
worth it just for that alone.
Got it just over there.
Here it is. And it is literally what it says. You've got a couple of pins, or 3 or 4 pins actually, on the end. And if you struggle getting the backs off your adhesive tape and your foam pads, this is the way to get the back off. Couldn't be simpler, couldn't be easier, okay? So if you want that, double-ended, it's going to be a godsend. It really is. It's going to save you so much time. This is the pricking tool. It's only £3.99. And again, if you bought something already this morning and you're phoning up again or going online again, it's no P&P after you've paid your first £3.95. How about that? You'd be lost without this one.
I tell you, I would be. I use it so much. I just can't pick them up. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean, I tend to use the larger foam pads anyway, but picking them up and taking the tops off are a nightmare. So all I've done is I've matte and layered, because you get the extra ribbon strips in the main bundle and the papers.
Yep.
And then I'm choosing the 80, so I've just trimmed down. Oh, I want to trim down. I don't want to cover that bird. So I'm just going to trim that down a little bit more. By having the kit, you don't forget, by having the forever code, you can literally use them. You know, as a crafter, you think, oh, I want to leave that for somebody special.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about that.
No.
Because you have that forever code. So what I'm doing is getting some foam pads.
And to use that forever code, they just go to your website, and the code's
Yes.
actually in the packaging, isn't it?
The instructions are in the packaging, which of course we're not showing you.
No.
But you've got the
You've got to buy it to get it.
The idea behind it is you simply Just follow the instructions, download it, and then you have it forever, which is why it's called a forever code.
Now look at this pricking tool. It not only takes the back off the foam pads, it picks them up off the sheet for you too.
So then all you do is hold it at an angle. Look.
Hey, that's easy. How often do you struggle? It may take you 2 or 3 minutes to get the backs off sometimes. With the pricking tool, easy, easy, easy.
There you go. And then use your finger to lift it up and put that on there. There we go. And then what I want to do is talk about the bunting on here. There we go. So with these sheets here, what we've done is we've put a halo around the edging. I don't know if you can see it, which means it makes it easier to cut out.
So you don't get any white lines.
No, so what I'm just showing you is how to do the cutouts. Because these ones obviously don't come with dies. The idea is we've got the halo, so all you need to do, if I show you, that's why I've done it this way, is hold the scissors at an angle and just simply go around it like so. And these cut-up sheets are on, these ones are on the actual main bundle. You have obviously more elements on the USB key.
And if you're not the greatest with scissors, and I'm not, to be honest with you, having that little halo around the flag means it's not, even if you go a little bit wonky, it's still going to look okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry too much about cutting it out. And it looks like you've die cut it, and that's how we've done it.
It does actually.
So, you know, if you're wondering what fussy cutting means, it just basically means cutting out. It's the new word, isn't it, for cutting out. There we go. So I'm just going to have that on there and just stick it together.
Very nice.
And it's very easy. I've lost my butterfly. It's flown away. But I might as well just cut out another one. But what I love about this collection is the colour palette. So what I've done is I've kept it in the main bundle, pinks, greens and blues. But obviously you saw the orange palette, you saw the pink palette, you saw the lilac palette on the USB key, so you've got so much more on there. Now remember, whatever elements you are going for, whether it's going for the main bundle or the USB key, you can change the sizes for everything.
Yeah, brilliant.
There we go, so finish it off. And what I love about this is everything blends together.
Look at that.
Quick card on there. You get tags, you've got all kinds of things. You could add more sentiments. We've got, you know, depending what you do, you can mix and match. You're going for the magazine that we have on today's show, as well as the USB key.
Okay, well, shall I go back and remind you of what's in the main bundle? The deal that we've got today is exceptional, $46.96. Have a little look because you get everything that's out here. Obviously not the finished cards, but everything else. You've got the match-its as well. Now, this should be $74.96. It shouldn't be on split pay either, but we've taken it down to $46.96, and it's just £23.48. Okay, that's all you pay today, plus your P&P, and $23.48 in 4 weeks' time. You're going to get your match-its, which is a die set with the matching artwork. You've got the forever code as well, so those match-its can be printed off again and again and again and again. I think you get, how many sheets do you get in the match-its?
32.
32 sheets, and if I just show you one sheet, there we go, let me just show you here. Now, the match-its individually are $22.99. That will get you 32 sheets of the artwork and the dies as well. But all those flowers, the flower heads, the stems, everything can be cut out with the dies that you're actually getting. So that's why they're called match-its. That's in the main collection. But if you want it on its own, it is available. You're then going to get a lovely selection of the 6x6s, the milestone birthdays, the A6, and you're also going to get, of course, the 8x8s, and you get 20 card blanks and 20 envelopes. Hello to Alison in Highland, Primrose in Hampshire, and Robert in Cheshire. Please do check out your baskets. That will confirm your order, and you choose whether you want split pay or not. You don't have to have it, but it's there if you do want to split the cost into two. Now, the dies on their own were $22.99. So for a couple of pounds, well, no, £1 more, you can have the whole collection with the first split pay and then pay the same again in 4 weeks' time. But there's 144 elements, but you do have to check out your baskets. That confirms your order. If you sat there with it in your basket, it's not yours until you check out. Supermarket analogy, you know, put things in your basket, but until you go to the checkout and literally check out, until you do that, it's not physically yours. Over 10% of the entire day stock is gone. Lots of you are making it a destination hour to tune in and wake up with us every single weekday morning between 6 and 8. And this is supposed to last the 3 hours of the shows, this afternoon shows as well. But, you know, to get the forever code, so if there's one sheet or one milestone that you want to print off 10, 15, 20 times, or there's one particular piece of artwork you love and you want to print it off 150 times, because you've got the forever code, absolutely no problem at all, you can do that. You can easily check your baskets out and you can print out those elements whenever you choose at your demand. And to be honest, you know, printing has come down massively in price now. You don't have to spend a massive amount of money on a very upmarket printer, and you don't have to spend an awful lot on inks anymore, really. So just the cost of the ink and cost of the paper that you print it onto. Now, if you're buying that, you're going to get the forever code for it. Now, most of the artwork that's in this isn't on the USB. You will get the milestones in different colorways on the USB, but you're going to get lots of other artwork as well. So if you love the Daisy theme, then this USB is going to be brilliant to work alongside the main collection. Now, this is 2,900 elements you've got on there. You've got backgrounds, you've got some kind of gingham and plaid artwork on there as well for background papers. You've got envelope sections, envelope liners even as well. Amazing. You've got boxes, you've got cushion pillow boxes in there. There's all sorts in there. So all you do is choose what you're after, print it off on whatever paper or card or acetate or vellum you want to. You've even got wonderful numbers and also letters of the alphabet for personalization. And that's really a dream to cut out, really easy, in all those different colorways. I mean, so what would that be? $17.99. And then if you went for the main collection, that would be, that'll take it to around about 60 odd pounds, 65 pounds, 64.95 it would be, which is less than the price of the full collection, okay? That's what it should be. That's the USB and that's this with the forever code. So you've literally got artwork and daisies and spring themed collections at your fingertips from now for eternity. Now, we've also got the brilliant magazine available in the show. Now, this isn't the first time you've seen this, but it may well be the first time that you've seen it if you haven't seen Debbi on HobbyMaker in the past. Now, this has got a £40 extra product bonus attached to this, okay? You're going to get a $9.99 stencil. You're going to get issue number 63 of the magazine. But inside the magazine, you've got all in the middle, you've got all of these beautiful pages of toppers, of background papers. There's all of these that you can easily take out the center of the magazine. And also, if I flick a little bit further, there's a section coming up which is going to give you downloadable elements. Now, for boxes and for, is it boxes and?
There's boxes and bags, but there's also papers and characters on there.
Right.
So you're going to get a full digital collection that's normally worth $14.99 right on the back page. It's always on the back. I keep going, no, forward. There you go, and again.
And again.
There you go.
Right. Now here, I'm covering up the code, obviously. There's a code printed on this sheet that will give you access to that complete collection. And it's based on the characters of Oz, but it's for your bags and your boxes. Okay, so that's worth $14.99. That's in there with the illustrations how to use it. But there's plenty of projects in here, loads and loads and loads of projects around the daisies, loads of inspiration on previous.
And there's also a write-up on HobbyMaker as well.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Saying how fab it is.
Yeah, it says, yes.
Yeah, it says how amazing Liam is. Yes, exactly. That's what it does. So you're going to get the downloadable kit with the Oz characters. That's worth $14.99. You're going to get your printed papers in there, and you're going to get the stencil for £12.99. RS6123. Okay, RS6123. Now, I mentioned that we got back in stock the Boxmaker board. Now, when you look at this, when I saw it, I thought, okay, it makes boxes, but I'm not quite sure how it does it. So we're going to explain to you how this works. Normally it's $14.99. Today we're doing it a special for £9.99. This did sell out previously, and it's CI6140, and you will get full pictured instructions as well. How does it work? How brilliant is it? Debbi, show us, work your magic.
Pass me the box
Oh, yeah.
maker.
Okay.
It was sold out actually 3 times.
3 times.
And I actually haven't got a sample. So
okay.
it's the one
So it's purely for box making, yeah?
It is for box making. So it comes with instructions, step-by-step instructions that you're going to get. So I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is.
Okay.
Now, you decide with what side, if you want a square or rectangle box. I want to do a square box at the moment. So what I'm doing is I am simply cutting this down to 21. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to simply, I've trimmed it down, so as long as you have 2 sheets of cards exactly the same, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So this is called your guide.
It doesn't matter what size of card you choose?
No,
or-
doesn't matter what size. I'm using the craft card that we have on today's show. And the thing that you have to have is make sure 2 pieces of card are exactly the same width and height. And then you have lid and base, and that's all you need to remember. So we're going to start with the base, pop that down. This is the guide. It fits in, it slots in, and you take 1 piece of card, and then you decide which one, where you're going to line it up. So I'm actually going to line it up to the 2.
Okay.
So just remember the number, start at the top and go down like so. Then rotate it.
Are they centimetres or?
They're guides.
Oh, okay.
They're numbers. They're not centimetres because they need to be right to do the box and the lid.
Right, gotcha.
Okay,
Yep.
so we've
the
got...
lid needs to be a little bit bigger than the base.
Exactly.
Right.
But it's all done for you, so you just need to remember the actual number. So this is 2. And then what you do is spin it, take the guide, put the guide to that side, fit it in like
Yep.
so. And remember we did 2, so then this one goes to 2. And that's it, everybody. That's all you need to remember.
So that is taking into account that the lid needs to be a bit bigger than the bottom. How simple is this? Now, it's sold out 3 times. It should be $14.99. Today, you can get it for under £10, and that's a delivered price if you've already bought something this morning, which lots of you have. Or add it into your order now. If you're going maybe for the main collection, you're going for the USB as well, possibly. Add this in, another tenner, and you can now make boxes in really whatever size and whatever depth you want.
Literally minutes, because all you need to do is I've got a bone folder, and then this is called burnishing to reinforce those lines. And then all you need to do is line this up to like so, and just do that like that. Simply use the lines as a guide and put that like so.
And the craft card we've got on the show, we'll show you details of that in a second as well. Now, this craft card bundle is ridiculous value. It's $8.99 for 50 sheets. Debbie, how do you do it?
Well, I do like craft card, and I use so much of it. So I
Perfect
thought
for box making, isn't it?
it goes with all the vintage, it gives you the vintage feel, it goes with all the collections. So all I'm using is some a 3-in-1 glue. I will be bringing this to HobbyMaker, but you can use any adhesive. If red liner takes good. And there is my lid.
I think
done.
craft card always makes a box look really professional. So if you are putting maybe cards into a box and you're selling them at craft fairs, at gift fairs, you know, especially if it's a decoupage or a layered cardstock.
And can you imagine if you do, as you said, doing fates, if you have matching boxes.
You pay, what, £2 or £3 for a box of this size, if not more.
But you can do small ones for jewellery.
Okay, good.
How easy it is to create this box. And then put the flaps down, like so. Put your adhesive on. And this is how easy it is. Now, what I'm using, as I said, is 3-in-1 glue, but red liner tape is brilliant for boxes.
Yeah. And the
then
3-in-1 glue will be coming soon.
it will be
Debbie.
coming. I'm just waiting for the stock to come in.
Good.
And then I will be offering it. There we go.
And don't forget, if you're interested in making those fantastic candles and putting, you know, printing images, maybe from the USB, the Daisy collection, and making them into candles, full demo on that is going to be this afternoon at 4 o'clock. But we have got the tissue paper and the glossy paper in stock now. So if you want to buy it now and watch later on this afternoon for the demo, feel free to do that.
So look at that.
Hey.
And then, almost like I planned it, okay, what I've done is we showed you these are faux bows.
Our faux bows.
They're called faux bows. And then what I'm also going to use is the main bundle.
Okay.
So
where are the faux bows on the USB?
The faux bows are on the USB key.
Okay.
But look what I've done. I've actually done a box, and then it's almost, look how lovely, how easy is that?
Makes all the difference.
So it makes a difference. You can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to have that one.
So not just for card making, but also for box making and decorating as well.
So what I've done is this is from the main bundle.
Yeah.
And
One of
then
the 8x8
you
ones.
print off sheets. So these create bows with whatever colour you want. And I'm just going to show you how easy it is to do that. So then simply, I've left this like this so you can see, because you've got A, B, C, you cut out the numbers.
Yeah.
And this is the base one. And then this one, you need to use your thumbs as a guide. Simply bend it a little bit. You put adhesive in the middle, like so. And then you simply, I'll move that out of the way, line it up. And that's how easy it is to do a bow. And then this bit, so you need to make sure you hold it for a few seconds. Everything with a USB key, you know, as a crafter, you want matching bows, you want matching embellishments.
It's like a craft shop that never charges you after you've bought the USB.
Yes.
You know, it's always open, even in the middle of the night, if you get up in the middle of the night and can't sleep.
So this, you could colour the inside, you can print double-sided off. I've got the white showing. And then this bit, I've left it in white so you can see, because if I'd cut it out, it would have been very hard to actually, I've lost this bit so many times. This bit goes in the middle.
Holds it all together.
Holds it all together. So you simply put the adhesive on the back and do the wrap. Start on one side. Because how many times, I bet you there's crafters out there that wish they had a bow or a piece of ribbon to finish off the card. So on the USB key, you get ribbon strips, you get bows, and you can print them off at different sizes.
Yep, perfect.
This is the size you print it off, but look how easy was that.
And there you go. So we've made the box with the actual MDF box board, and you choose the size of box and the depth of box you want it to be. That's back in stock today at under £10. That's £9.99. This is going crazy. Should be £14.99, so we're giving you a third off the price. CI6140, 10% of the stock of that has already gone. And even early in the morning, you know, this is supposed to last through the afternoon as well. Obviously, we have a bigger audience in the afternoon than we do at 6 a.m. because a lot of people are busy, but an awful lot of you are making it part of the way that you start your day. So if you're just waking up now, if your alarm's just gone off at 6:30, you want to know what the anagram is to win yourself a £25 credit on your account. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes for you to get your answers in, okay? If you rearrange these letters, it will make a very well-known crafting company that you see an awful lot here at HobbyMaker. So rearrange the letters you're about to see and then make that company name, okay? We're just going to get it for you. Okay, well, I'll bring it up in a second or so. But also, there's a chance for you to win your basket, okay? Just buy something in the show. If maybe you're buying the main collection from Debbi, or you're buying the USB, or you're buying both, or whatever your basket consists of, one person will be drawn at random by the call centre. Whether you've ordered online or on the phones, doesn't make any difference. You could win the complete contents of your basket, whatever you buy between now and 7 o'clock. Okay. Now the USB stick, I'll give you the anagram fairly soon. The USB stick, this is the biggest one that Debbi has ever done. Now, maybe 3-4 years ago, people were a little bit, don't know what to do with it. It's technical. It's not. It's dead simple. I mean, if you've got a PC, a laptop or a desktop PC, basically you'll have USB ports. Plug it in there and then gives you access to all of this artwork. I mean, it's like a filing cabinet system. Let's click on inserts. Let's go there. Let's go square inserts. Now, you can click on whichever design you like the look of, and up it pops.
Can I just explain the blue that you can see?
Oh, in the middle?
You can put your own message in.
Oh, no. Wow. Liam.
So you can happy birthday, and obviously it doesn't, when you actually go to print, it prints off whatever you say, but if you went back into it,
and you can
it'll
use
be
your
plain.
fonts that you've got on your computer and all
yes,
that. Okay,
it's all
brilliant.
relating to the fonts of what you have on your printer and your computer.
And you can make the letters bigger and smaller. It's
Yes,
entirely up to you.
exactly.
I mean, it's fun just to have a play with it. And when you're happy with the way it looks, then print it off.
And can you imagine doing party invites, inserts? These inserts have been designed. Now, the thing about it, we haven't mentioned the main bundle itself. With the main bundle, you get the forever code as well. So you could actually bring those in and actually use them as inserts as well. So we have that facility across all mediums.
Well, the USB is $17.99. If you want the downloadable version of that, basically it will be an email that Debbi will send you tomorrow, which will have a link attached to it that takes you to the same artwork. That's $9.99, and if that's all you buy today, your card will be charged P&P today of $3.95, and you'll get a refund of the P&P tomorrow, okay? Because there's no postage involved. It's literally an email sent to your account. But it's got exactly the same contents as the USB, VA6101. Now, the main bundle Let's remind you of that anagram first of all, though. Here we are. Coaster Inexpressive. Coaster Inexpressive, okay? Rearrange those letters and it will make a very well-known crafting company. Okay, Julie's got it right. Morning, Julie. Amy's got it right. Yvonne's got it right as well. Collector in Yorkshire's got it right as well. Sue's got it right. And Alison's got it right. Everyone's got it right so far. But one of you will be selected and you'll get a £25 credit on your account. You've got another, 10 minutes to get those answers in, and then the system will just choose someone at random. Okay, now the big bundle we've got for you. This should be £74.96. Look at the price. £46.96. That's nearly a £30, about £28 saving. Let's start at the top here and talk you through what you've got. You've got 32 sheets of matches here. Now, the artwork matches the dies. So all these beautiful daisies you can cut out without using scissors. The dies will do it for you. All the heads of the flowers as well. So there's loads and loads in here. If I just take the cover sheet away for a second, there's just one of the 32 sheets, and they're in different colorways as well. So you can see you've got red, you've got pink, you've got blue, all sorts of different colors for your daisies, and you've got some sentiments on there as well. Now, they should be $32.99 on their own. Okay, we've taken them down to $22.99 if you just want the matchets and the dies. So that's available as a separate item, but it will come in the main bundle for only $46.96. All the different options you can see on the website if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk. Then you get all of what's on the second step as well. Now, all of the finished cards obviously are just here for display, but all of these elements, the 6x6, the 8x8, the 20 white card blanks and envelopes, all of that is included. You can buy the 8x8s on their own for $12.99, but if you buy the bundle, they're going to be in there, and you'll get the forever code. So all of this artwork can be printed off again and again. You're going to get your milestone birthdays as well, those wonderful milestone birthday toppers. Again, they can go on a card, they can go on a box like Debbie showed you. You're going to get your elements there, your butterflies and your bunting in different colorways too. So you buy it, you get the physical kit arrive, but this is the beautiful thing about it. Usually when you buy a kit, you've got a favorite sheet, you've got a favorite topper, you use it and you think, oh, you use it and it's gone. If you've got a favourite, just basically print it off as many times as you like. The forever code will be in the packaging. Now, when you look at some of the finished cards here, whether it's an 80th birthday, maybe you don't necessarily want to have a milestone card, you just want to make it with a lovely sentiment on it, with love, for example. They're just gorgeous and they're classic and timeless. They're not going to be out of date in 2 years' time. They're current now, they'll be current in 10, 20, 30 years' time. So many of you have got this and checked out. Yvonne, Jean, Audrey, Kaz, Alison, you've checked out. But Sylvia, Katrina, Primrose, Robert, check your baskets out. It's not yours until you do. Now, let's go into more detail. Let's have a little look at the boards again. There's 144 elements in this collection and that forever code as well. So let's have a little look. You've got everything from your 18th right the way up to your 100th and everything in between.
That's right. And don't forget, you have got 144 elements. So on here, on the boards, we have actually got, there's milestones. Like I said, we have them right up to 100. We have them in the blue, but we also have them in the pink. And the beauty about it, this is printed on 250 GSM or £92. And then what we have them is we have these gorgeous 6x6. So these 6x6 are not on the USB key. Right. The milestones are, but look what you're going to get, all the detail and the layering.
I just love some of these verses. Friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things. I mean, that lovely? Really gorgeous.
I love this one. Enjoy your retirement and all the exciting adventures ahead of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody says, wait till you get retired. But everybody that I've spoken to that is retired is so busy. And as you can see, they're all different. I have not given you in duplicates. You know when you buy big kits, you get 2s and 3s and 4s. You're not going to get that. Every single piece is individual. Mm-hmm. And so what we've done is you've got more milestones, you've got really gorgeous themes.
So think about it, if you didn't have a forever code, you'd say have a favourite. Maybe that beautiful bird image there is your favourite. So you use that first and then it's gone. Never to be seen again, unless you buy another kit. With the forever code, that could be printed off again and again and again and again on whatever you want.
I mean, then as it keeps on going, you then go into some of the matchets. You showed some of them. We've got the card fronts from the matchet sheets.
Cute little tag.
I know, you've got the tags. They're the ones that are also in the 6x6 and also the 8x8s. And then what we've done is these shapes. If you've got any of my nesting dies, they work with them, or you can just cut them out. And there's so much on there. You get 8 dies in the bundle, and they overlap. I'll show you on the 2 o'clock show how to use them. And there's so much fun to use with them. And then you've got the card fronts. Now, the card fronts, we didn't show them, but under that piece of paper there's some samples. Okay, and it's to show you how these can be used on the outside and as well as the inside. So if I just show you this one, I love this one. This looks like a picket fence. And what Amanda's done is she's used the stencil from the magazine, which we'll show you in the 2 o'clock show. And then you open it up, and she's used one of those card fronts as the inside.
And again, on this one, this is one of the images with the frame with some match it flowers placed in the centre there, which frames it beautifully.
And then you don't have to use them. Amanda's used this one here. So it's showing you that you can use one of your toppers, okay? And then all she's done is die cut some of the daisies out to give more of a 3D effect.
And also using one of the match it dies, Amanda's die cut the daisy out of it, and she's used the cutout as a stencil. Isn't that amazing? So wonderfully effective.
It is, and what she's done is the circles inside these have been done from the stencil from the magazine.
Yeah.
Because you get the circles in there. So, I mean, I love this effect. So this water wash is creating your own stencil with the dies.
Beautiful.
So there's still another board to go through, so that's showing you that one. And then you've got the 8x8 papers. Really, every single design is different, everybody. So you're going to love them. And they're on 150 GSM. And what we've done is they're edge to edge, as well as giving you some little embellishments as well.
So sweet, so cute. Now, £46.96 should be £74.96. You're saving £28. It's on two-way split pay. It shouldn't be, but Liam's in charge and he's done it today, so it's to your benefit, basically. AD 6185. AD 6185. First split pay today of 23.48 plus your P&P. And the box maker board is flying. Now, remember, this is MDF. It's under £10, but it's, you know, what you pay for 2 boxes in a craft shop or in a card shop, you can make as many boxes as you want. You can sell the boxes that you make as well if you want to. And there's no stipulation as to how big or small the box could be. It could be for jewelry, it could be for cards that are 3-dimensional, it could be for absolutely anything. And you literally turn the board around when you're doing the base, turn it back the other way when you're doing the lid, and the lid will fit perfectly on top of the base, okay? CI6140. Now, the magazine, that's absolutely whizzing at the moment. Now, this is really, really popular. You've got £40 worth of accessories in here and projects, a little write-up about HobbyMaker as well. Now, it's £12.99. In the middle, you've got loads and loads and loads of removable double-sided papers printed beautifully. You've got your stencil. Now, that alone is worth £9.99. And you've also got the artwork from Oz just there. Now, that has got a value of $14.99. There's a code inside the magazine that will give you access to that for nothing, and that's for bags and boxes, okay? So you've got a $14.99 download in there. You've got the removable papers, double-sided papers. You've got the stencil. The whole thing is only £12.99. Nice one, Ella, Juanita. Great name. Yvonne and Sue in Oxfordshire. Sally in Kent's just come in for that one as well. £12.99 RS6123. Now, the printable tissue paper and the glossy paper, this is going to be in the 4 o'clock show, the demo for this, but I know it's a firm favourite with many of you. Order this now. We've got a bigger quantity than we had last time, and that's all we could get last time, and it sold out. But as soon as you see this demonstrated, you basically print onto the tissue paper, and with a domestic iron, you can make these beautiful printed candles, okay? You're going to get 2 packs of the tissue paper, 25 sheets of the glossy card as well. It's yours for £8.99. But the 4 o'clock show is when Debbie will demonstrate this.
I mean, you get so much in the tissue paper. They're this big.
Yeah.
And in one pack, you can do 60. So you're going to be able to do a minimum of 120 candles.
Wow.
And then you have 25 glossy sheets, and that is the actual paper that you'll see that you see me used all the time.
Your collections are printed on that paper, yeah?
So, sorry?
You get the glossy paper.
In the pack.
That's what you use to print.
That's what I use to
collections
print, but you will get 2 packs of the tissue. Each pack contains 10 sheets, but the 10 sheets are huge.
Yep.
And then you can be able to get 120 candles minimum.
Wow.
Depending on what image, and I'll explain it at the 4
Again,
o'clock
if
show.
you make to sell, you know, you can buy these pillar candles in the supermarket for not much money at all, maybe 50p a pound, something like that. And then you can put your printed image on it and sell it maybe for a £5.
Yes.
Makes sense. £8.99. If you want to get your tissue paper, 4 o'clock this afternoon is when the demo will be, RM6134.
So what I'm going to do, we showed you those pillow boxes earlier, well, from the USB key. So this is a pillow box that I've done, okay? Now you've got straight lines and you've got curved lines. Now the straight lines are very easy because you just use either use a scoreboard, or I tend to use a channel on my paper trimmer and simply use that to score the straight line. So that's straightforward. But then you think, how the heck do you score a curved line? So if I go on here, so this is just a mouse map, turn it over, and simply just follow the curve. And that's how you score a curve.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay, so simply do like so. And then help it by pushing it into place like that.
I mean, you can buy these ready-made, and they are not cheap. You know, they're quite a pretty penny, about £4 or £5.
And then remember,
yeah,
you can print them off at any size.
yes, you can.
By having the USB key. So all I'm doing is then, if you use red liner tape, or you can use a glue, and then I'm just folding it and then sticking it into place. And that's how easy it is to do a pillow box.
Now, you're doing the pillow box here out of paper, but equally, if your printer can do it, you can print it on card.
Yes, this is actually thin card that I'm using.
Okay.
And your printer can take card. If your printer takes card, use card, but if not, use it on paper, then back it. Now, while that's setting, I'm going to use some Print Magic. Now, we've got some on the show. Now, we've got the one that has the glossy magic and also the Print Magic, and you've got a Versamark pen. And
so the Versamark pen is basically sticky ink in a pen?
Yes.
Rather than the pad?
So all I'm doing is I'm going to do this big. This kit is really good. So the way to describe the difference is one, you're glitterifying with Print Magic.
Okay.
And the other one is you actually add in an enamel effect with a glossy magic.
Okay.
So I will use them throughout today.
And these pots are really generous. You get a lot in there. You're looking at, how many mils does it say? 18 grams.
18 grams
yeah,
is a lot.
In there. Yeah.
So then all I'm doing is tipping it. Do not tap it. It's very important. If you're used to doing it with stamping, you're used to tapping the excess embossing powder off, but you don't. Print Magic doesn't work like that. You need to make sure if you've got any residue that you take it off first before you use your heat tool, and simply hold it still. Don't waft it from one area to the other.
So you treat it like embossing powder, but it's very, very different to embossing powder.
Hold it very still, and you can see it twinkle at you, and there you go.
There it goes. And it intensifies the colour too,
Oh, it
doesn't it?
does. And that is how easy. Oops, which way are we doing it? That way. You can see.
There you go.
And when you feel it, it feels like Print Magic. And look what it's done. We've used it in the inside. So this is one of the projects from the magazine, and you can see how it enhances.
It's beautiful, isn't it? So one is the glossy, the other is the glitter effect. Both of them with the Versamark pen as well for $15.99. I mean, how would you get the sticky ink from an ink pad into detail like that otherwise? So that's why this Versamark pen is, I think, a brilliant idea. And that comes with it too. RT6159. Hello, Sue in Oxfordshire. Hello, Winifred in West Midlands. All coming through for the glossy magic and the Print Magic as well. Now, Miss from West Midlands, you've got the anagram right. Christine's got it right as well. Stephen's got it right. Lynn's got it right. Debbie as well. You're all in the draw to win yourself a £25 credit. Okay, we'll announce that winner in about 3 minutes at 5 to 7, just before the end of the show. So fingers crossed to all of you. One of you will win a £25 credit. Now, if you want the Glossy Magic and the Print Magic and the Versamark pen, $15.99 is your price, and that's RT6169. Now, the box maker board quickly. Where's that gone?
It's there.
Oh, yeah, under here. There we go.
I
So,
can do another demo if you want.
do you know what? We've got enough time, haven't we? Could you? Is that
Oh,
right?
yes, sure.
$9.99 if you want the board. It's sold out 3 times before. It comes with picture instructions as well. This has got to be the simplest box board I've ever seen.
It is. It is.
And there's no restriction as to
No
size?
restrictions. So last time I did square.
Yep.
So what I've done is cut down the craft card, and I've actually cut it down in half to make 2 A5s. And
Okay.
simply just remember the numbers that you're going to do. So I'm going to do, for example, actually I'll stick to 2 and just go down the lines. Always start from the top and then go down.
So basically the number you choose depends on how deep you want your box?
Yes, exactly right. And can you imagine doing it with acetate, with different mediums? So I've done that one. Rotate it, move your guide over to the other side, and then do the same thing. And that is how easy it is to use. And we can't keep them in stock.
No.
So
Not
the
only is
stock,
it one of the easiest boxer boards to use, it's also one of the most affordable. It doesn't take up too much room either.
No, so the stock we have today, unfortunately, it's all we have today until I get more in. And then what I'm going to do is literally fold it forward, and then simply you can use your bone folder and then do this. So I can be putting this together, show you how easy it is. Remember, it takes, if you had to do batch, you know, if you're doing craft fates or church fates, I would do them in a batch like this. Either get red liner or a strong glue.
I mean, I've got a stack of them here. Look how professional they look. All different shapes and sizes. You know, you probably spend 25 quid buying boxes like this in this sort of quantity, and all it's cost you is the cost of 3 or 4 sheets of craft card, which is pennies. So really good value for money at £8.99. That's the 50 sheets of craft card, 250 GSM, IK6190. I mean, you can sell a box like that. Probably a small one would be £1 or something. A larger one would probably be, I don't know, 250, something like that. Yeah. IK6190. IK6190 if you want the craft card. And if you want the boxer board, remember, that is £9.99, just under £10. I'm dropping everything this morning. Got dodgy hands and dodgy fingers this morning.
But it is, and it's fun as well, because you know, you don't really think about having to measure, making sure you've got the right measurements. I've not really thought about it. I've just simply, it's the gluing.
Yeah.
You know, you hold it in place, but if you could use red liner tape, and once you're happy with that, then you've got a box already done.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
And then you just need to remember which is the lid.
So that's the base. Well, the lid's a bit bigger than the base. If you do them the same size, they're not going to kind of fit into each other. There we go. And look how professional that looks.
And then there's one I did earlier with using the main bundle and making a bow. So you can decorate them.
Absolutely. Not just for card making, for box making as well. And remember, if you're going to go for the USB, you're going to have loads and loads and loads of images on there. 2,900 printable elements on the USB, the biggest USB that Debbi has ever done, with the most content. And remember, the only thing that you're going to get duplicated on the USB with the main collection is the milestone birthdays, but on the USB they'll be in lots of different colorways, okay? All the rest of the artwork is different to the main collection. But let me remind you of the main collection. If you're just waking up, the big collection. Now, when I say the words big, you probably think, oh, huge price. No, you're saving nearly £30 off the price, 28 quid off the price, and you're going to get 144 elements. This is the physical card kit that will come through your letterbox, will come through your door in the next few days. And remember, one person who buys something in this show will have their basket refunded, and we'll announce that just before 8. We'll announce the anagram winner, though, in a couple of minutes' time. But this is 144 elements for £46.96, and we put it on split pay, because Liam's the boss when it comes to that. He said, yeah, let's put it on split pay. £23.48 is your first prize, plus your £3.95 P&P, and then it's on its way, and then the final payment in 4 weeks' time. But as well as the match it, you get 32 sheets of match it card, and you get the dies, and of course the die will match all the images on the actual match its, and then everything you're seeing down there at the moment, you've got your milestone birthdays, you've got your 6x6 elements, you've got your 8x8s as well. I mean, the match it's on their own with the die are £22.99. So for £23.48, if that's your first split payment, you're going to get everything. 144 elements, and you are going to get the forever code included as well, which basically means once you've bought this, you've got it for life. Now, Debbi, you and I are back together at 2.
At 2 and then 4.
And at 4. And at 4, we'll have that candle demo as well. So if you're wondering how on earth you transfer from tissue paper onto candle, all will be revealed at 4 o'clock. Now, the big bundle, over 20% of the stock is already gone. Remember, once you've bought it, that's it. You'll never have to buy it again, because you can print off all of the artwork again and again and again on whatever you want. And all you've got to do is have some cardstock, some paper, some printable vellum, some printable acetate, a printer and a PC. If you've got all of that, absolutely fine. You're sorted. Now, okay, Coaster Inexpressive. That was our anagram this morning. Did you guess it is? Drum roll, please. Creative expressions, not the most difficult one in the world. Everyone got it right, so congratulations. Wendy, Elizabeth, Julie, Susan, Alison, Yvonne, but the winner, chosen at random, is Amy from North Yorkshire. Congratulations, Amy. You are going to be having £25 credit on your account. That should be on your account in the next few hours for you. Okay, so well done, Amy in North Yorkshire. Another anagram tomorrow, I'm sure. Okay, we've got our HobbyMaker Highlight on the way in just a second. Jamie is here. Creative Expressions, funnily enough, are with me after a short little break. Don't go away. Do you ever get in a mess sticking down your MDF, your photographs, or your die cuts? Then stick with us on HobbyMaker because this Wednesday we have the world launch of the We Are Makers Sticky Folio. Easily add adhesive to your die cuts, ribbon, MDF, photos, thick materials and more with no mess. The Sticky Folio is a lot cleaner than tape runners, glue and traditional tape. Join myself and Carla Bagshaw this Wednesday at 1 p.m. for the world launch of the Sticky Folio.
HobbyMaker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on HobbyMaker. If you want to search our website for your favourite brands, simply go to hobbymaker.co.uk, click on brands, and you'll find all your favourite items all in one place. Shopping made simple with HobbyMaker.
HobbyMaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670, Freesat Channel 807 and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone.
My name is Anne-Marie and I am the Creative Manager at Hunky Dory Crafts. Hunky Dory are the UK's premier papercraft manufacturer and we design and manufacture all of our papercraft goodies back at home in Preston. We do lots of papercraft products as well as moonstone dies. We have our Prism range of colouring mediums like watercolour pencils, alcohol markers, waterbrush pens, and we also have our very own range of stamps called For the Love of Stamps. We're really looking forward to bringing you all of our brand new product launches as well as our inspirational demonstrations, which we just know the audience love.
If you've recently missed your favourite show on HobbyMaker, it's really easy to catch up on our website. Simply visit hobbymaker.co.uk and click TV Guide. Here you'll be able to choose any show broadcast in the last 7 days, which you can watch, pause and rewind at your convenience. And to make shopping even easier, any items featured in the show will appear underneath. With HobbyMaker's catch-up, there's never a reason to miss out, no matter what time of day.
Hello, crafters and makers. We're excited to announce that Jewellery Maker, Hobby Maker and Sewing Street will be attending the Creative Craft and Sewing for Pleasure event at the NEC from the 16th to the 19th of March. We'll have talks and live demonstrations from some of your favourite guests and presenters, special offers on selected products and of course the popular tombola with lots of amazing prizes to be won. You can also receive 40% off your ticket by using code CREATIVE40. We would love to see you all there, so come and say hi at stand number F01. Let's get our craft on with Creative Craft.
Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk.
Here at HobbyMaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your HobbyMaker account sound? Every month we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky HobbyMaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your craft you makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random and will announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 PM show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated and get inspired with HobbyMaker.
Morning everybody, welcome back. It is Wednesday morning and it's HobbyMaker. We're live until 8 o'clock, then Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker take over for 5 hours, and then we're back at 1 o'clock, as we always are in the afternoon. And we've got some really exciting shows a bit later on. We've got Creative Expressions a bit later, and in this show too, we've got the new launch, world launch of We Are Makers. That's coming up at 1 o'clock with the sticky folio, the cinch as well, brand new craft projector, which I'm really looking forward to finding out how that works with Carla a bit later on. But look who's with me, Jamie.
Good morning.
Good morning. I did say, I wonder if you kind of disappear behind our display.
I know, I am a bit short, aren't I?
Floating head
a little bit lost, sorry. Good morning all.
Good to see you. Now, Jamie's here with a brand new collection and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It launched yesterday and it absolutely flew. Some of the individuals have already gone. We do still have the big bundle. We've got the slightly smaller bundles for you as well, amazing prices. Can I just quickly, before we launch into the main bundles, give you a bit of a heads up. Now these we don't have many of, and I know loads of you love these. Now we're going to ask a bit later on if we can get any more, but at the moment, this time of the morning, we can't do that. You've got a total of 18 of these Easter cups. Now they're in the shape of an Easter egg, but to be honest with you, they don't have to be Easter. They don't have to be Easter eggs at all, but basically they are there for your apertures, so you can pop them through and make cards like this. Shaker cards, really, I suppose.
Exactly, yes. They give you the ability to infill with your sequins, or like this one's got some glitter jewels in it from our Cosmic Shimmer brand, or any sort of little trinkets you want to put in there to just give a little shape and give that little extra finish too.
Now, you know, these are the sort of things that when you've got them, great, but when you've run out of them, it's a real pain. Well, stock up today, because we've only got a limited quantity at the moment. We're hoping we can get some more later on, but it all depends on whether the guys at Creative Expression say yay or nay, and we don't know that for another couple of hours. $9.99. This is why they're limited stock already. We've slashed the price by half. Half price. So you're going to get 18 in total for £4.99, and only you know what you're going to be using these for. What are you going to be putting in them? Is it going to be sequins? Is it going to be little beads? You can do all sorts with them. And although they are Easter egg shaped, I mean, at the end of the day, it's an oval, so it doesn't have to be an Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly. One little tip I would give you for these as well, is if you stick them back to back with a little ribbon in the middle, they make brilliant little decorations to hang on your Easter trees.
Great idea.
Really sweet.
Great idea. So these are going to sell out in this show, and we hopefully can get some more back to, this afternoon, but no promises, okay? Get them if you want them, because they're going very fast. Okay, now let's get through the brand new collection. Now we have got a big bundle, which we'll get to that fairly soon, but let's go through our smaller bundles first of all. Some of the individuals are still available, but a lot of them have actually gone. Now collection A, which is just down the end here, this is basically the first 4 die sets that you can see. So you get 4 die sets in total. You've got the little Easter bunny, you've got the Easter chick in the egg with the crack at the top there as well, the signposts as well, and you also get down below it the sentiments as well. So you're going to get your happy, hoppy Easter and think spring. Now I've actually got some boards and some finished samples as well. So let me just move this out of the way for you. Thank you. Okay, so here's the board. So there's the character. There's the signpost as well. But when you see what they actually come into and turn into, you'll be absolutely won over. So that's what the dies will cut. But look at these.
So with our Easter set here, there's 6 dies in there. And not only do they cut, when they actually go through, they're going to emboss the details for you as well. So when you come to actually painting them in, like the little bunny down there, very easy to do because of all of the markings are done for you.
Yeah, this one
so
shows
you've really
it really
got a
well.
Good guidance.
I mean, I don't know how close we can get into the bunny rabbit, but look at all the detail that's been embossed into the fur and the facial features as well. So it does, like you say, makes it very easy to colour in.
Absolutely. And then like on the signpost, the writing is done for you, the wood grain is done for you. Very easy to just sort of add in them details either with an ink pad or go in with a pen and highlight them further.
He's a greedy one. Not 1 carat, but quite a few more. carrots are great though, aren't they? They're really cute too. But look at this. If you are looking for Easter cards, I mean, a rabbit is all year round as well, not just for Easter, but really cute, really cool. I think hats off to Creative Expressions. They've excelled themselves.
Yeah, this whole collection actually is one of our sort of feature collections where our different designers have come together to do this. So these are, of course, the Sue Wilson's designs, but we'll also feature some from Francoise Reed as well. I think it's really lovely seeing it all come together.
And there are your sentiments in bundle number 1. Now that is £30.98, JP2810. Now that's what it should be, but it's the launch and we can give you a really good deal today, a really good price. Look at this, £26.99 is all it is for all those dies, JP2810. But do remember, you're going to get a big bundle offer fairly soon as well, so hang fire if you fancy going for all of it when you've seen it all. Now, the stencils next. If you want the stencils, we have those available too. Now, there's actually 4 stencils in this set. You've got your bun thing. Now, that's not just for Easter. I mean, that is for summer, for all year round, for even Christmas. You've got your leaping bunny rabbits. You've got your ticker tape. And you've got your eggs as well. And we've got some samples somewhere of those, I think, haven't we? There we go. No, we haven't got any finished samples. I think they're going to be on some of the finished cards as we go through them. But there we go. It's pretty obvious what they will do and what they'll give you. And, a lot of those, okay, that's Easter, definitely. But the rest of them, I suppose the jumping rabbit's probably Easter as well. But the 2 in the middle are all year round, aren't they?
We mentioned yesterday how that one would make a lovely baby card as well.
Yeah.
And one of the things I would really always stress you to remember is with all stencils, with your rubber mats in your machines, we can send them through and we can emboss them.
Yep.
So every one of them is the equivalent to not only a stencil, but we also have them as an embossing plate too. So it really makes some incredible value.
Beautiful. And that works out to £4 each. And these are DL in size. So £15.99, £4 each. That product number is AX2832. AX2832 if you want these bundles, okay? Then we go on to our stamps. Now, these are designed by Francoise, the lovely Francoise Reed. And look at these. I'll show you some finished cards in a second as well. Francoise is a fantastic designer, a brilliant artist, and she's really excelled herself with these.
So this is Norman back for Easter.
Norman.
Now, I know a lot of people collect Norman.
Okay.
Francoise has done, I think it must now be about 25 different versions of Norman. It might even be more than that, dressed for all throughout the year. And I think that's quite important because if you're a scrapbooker like me, you might want to do pictures of your grandchildren doing their Easter egg hunts with these ones, then bring out the Christmas ones to do your Christmas pages, etc., etc. So you can carry on your flows all through the year so it all matches and looks very elegant.
Now, in the one show yesterday, nearly 40% of Norman went. So if you're waking up this morning and thinking, oh, I'll get these a bit later on, they may not be available as a set on their own. £21.75. Look at Norman. They are brilliant stamps. So easy to colour in as well. He is.
He's lovely.
There he is, look. Now, it should be £21.95, £21.75, sorry. We're taking the price down. Here's Norman, look. £19.99 for all of these stamps. The kids are going to have so much fun colouring them in if you want to do it and then give them to the kids as fantastic Easter cards, but not just for Easter. It works out £6.66, I think it is, per
That's
stamp
a
set.
bargain, isn't it?
Absolutely
Nice stamps. And Francoise desperately tries to fit in as many components as she can. So when you look at the stamp sheets, you're going to find not only have you got Norman, you've got little eggs, you've got little sentiments, you've got all little embellishments that are going to go around with it as well.
And this one's actually been decoupaged, so his hat, as you can probably see, is a little bit three-dimensional. Really cute. I mean, I love the fact it's just his nose you see, nothing else really.
Exactly, so cute.
So cute. So colouring ideas, well, we'll give you some of those as the day goes on, but look at that. Isn't he great? He's so much fun. Now, let's go on to our wordies. Now, these are going to be in the main bundle as well. Now, these are so clever and so useful. You've actually got 4 sheets of the wordies in each. You've got Hello Spring, and you've also got Happy Easter. And it's a combination. You get 2 black with white writing and 2 white with black writing. And these are only a £5 for all 8 sheets.
Which is incredible value. And I always love with these that you're getting sentiments on here that you might not necessarily want to go and buy a stamp for.
Yeah.
Or even if you did, how many stamps would you have to buy to make up all of them different verses? It would cost you an absolute fortune. And sometimes it's nice to get little topics or little expressions that you might not be able to find on stamps. You might not want to buy a whole stamp set.
Absolutely.
The bonus of having them in the white and the black is that you can take inks to these. So your distress inks will go over the top of them beautifully and then colour any of the white elements.
So they're not a coated card?
No. Well, they have like a a slightly coated feel to them, but they'll still take your
Still take the
distress inks, your makeup, blending inks, things like that, so you can still colour them. You can also foil these as well. So if you've got a foil machine, you can do that as well.
If you only want this is £5 for all 8 sheets. And you've got verses on here like it's Easter, hippity hoppity, Easter bunny stop here, happy Easter, hoppy Easter, extra special wishes. So they're really lovely. And you must get hundreds of verses and sentiments in total. But they're in the big bundle. Then we've also got the paper pads. Now, this is a beautiful selection of pastels, okay? These are all A4. Are there 240 GSM?
Our foundations range varies. It starts at 160 and goes up to 240, so they will vary throughout the packaging, I would imagine. But you've got some lovely colours. These are the soft shades you're going to want to go for your spring and Easter collection. You're going to find it matches perfectly.
And you get 20 sheets.
20 sheets, 5 colours, 4 of each, if I remember rightly.
BJ2886 is the product code. 20% of the stock of that went yesterday as well. Only £6.99, which is, again, amazing value for money. Now, one more set of dies, which is a small bundle as well. Then we can offer you the entire thing. And wait till you see the price of the entire thing. Now, this is from Sue as well, Sue Wilson. You're going to get your thanks a bunch and Easter wishes sentiments. And then above it, you're going to get all of these wonderful egg dies, and you've got the basket there as well. So I'll grab these and the finished samples of them too. Cool. We're never short of finished samples from your lot, are we? Creative
We're
Expressions?
not, and a huge thank you to Sue Wilson and the design team at Creative Expressions for giving us all this incredible inspiration. We're so lucky to have such an amazing team.
And Sue is such a lovely and talented designer as well. I have the pleasure of
absolutely.
working with Sue many, many, many times. But here we go. So these dies can transform into something like this. Mix and match it with the earlier dies that we had for you. Should be £36.99. Today it is £31.99. You've also, of course, got the basket, you've got the Easter eggs, and you've got the flowers in there as well. Let me show you the basket, because this is
Now,
really
we
gorgeous.
talk about using things all year round. The flowers or the eggs, I think, are brilliant all year.
Yep.
When we look at that basket, you imagine you doing that with a poinsettia for Christmas, or for Mother's Day, or for Easter, as you can see, or just about any occasion. You can give a little gift basket filled full of presents or flowers or something. So I think that's going to be a hero one that's going to come out all year round.
I mean, that could be a picnic basket, like you said. It could be a hamper at Christmas, absolutely. All different ways of using it. So if you want this particular bundle, just over £30, and that is PR2892. PR2892, that will get you the basket, the eggs, and the flowers, and the 2 sentiments as well. But the deal that we've got for you for the big, big bundle is immense. Now, bearing in mind, that bundle should be £120.68. That's if you were to buy all of what I've just shown you separately and individually, okay? That's already with the discount applied. But because we're giving you a deal on this, we're going to take it to an extra special low price, and we're giving it 4 split payments. I believe yesterday it was only on 3. Today, we've been able to put it on 4, so we can lower that payment for the first monthly payment and subsequent payments as well. $99.99. Which means £25 or £24.99 today to pay with your first split payment, okay? So it's on 4 split pays, an extra Billy bonus for you today, and 40% of the entire stock is gone. So you're going to get everything, including the stamps, including the wordies, including the pastel sheets, and those 2 die collections from Sue Wilson. Everything you need for spring and Easter, and a lot of them, as we said, are generic all year round.
Oh, absolutely. So many items you're going to come back to time and time again.
Absolutely. $99.99, you can pay in full if you want to, or you can pay the first split pay, and then the payments automatically come off your card in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and the final payment in 12 weeks' time. $24.99, amazing offer, amazing split pay deal. You've already got an extra discount by buying the big bundle, and it's $99.99 today. QP2802. Hello, Teresa in West Sussex, already in. Lots of other Creative Expressions goodies in the show, including we've got our colour clouds. We've also got our fantastic glazes that Jamie's done. We've even got our fluffy stuff in pastel colours now. That's available on the website, and we'll do that in a minute or so.
We'll use them in the second demo.
Second demo.
Just give you a little tease.
All right.
first demo, I thought we would keep it really simple and really clean, really, and just have a little play with these. And I'll show you how to do a little trick with the eggs so that we can cut them out and we can layer them.
Okay.
A very simplistic card, nothing complicated here. So with the eggs themselves, when we actually receive these, we've got our 3 different eggs that you're going to have your dies for. Now with these, you're going to notice straight away that the edge, the actual outside part, is attached to them. It's not a separate edge like they often are with some of our dies. And you might be thinking, well, how do I do a back layer to go behind that? You can see on this card how I've got the white layer underneath the lovely custard cardstock.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just going to show you how to do that. It's a real simple technique that you can do with pretty much any die. And it's quite weird because you wouldn't necessarily think this would work, but what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 pieces of card and we're going to cut them at the same time. So I have a piece of our bright white card on the base here. That's going to be the back of the egg. And then I'm going to use a piece of the custard card, which comes out of that card pack we have for you on today's show. I'm going to put the die on top and I'm going to send this through the machine.
Now, the eggs on their own, the egg dies, all the dies are available as mini bundles or individuals, okay? If you want the eggs on their own, $10.99, and we've got how many left? 2 left of the eggs. If you just want the eggs on their own, that one with the flowers, 2 left. Got to be quick.
I really love the flowers in that set as well. I haven't really utilised them as much yet in my demos, but they're such a pretty flower.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go back to that time and time again. So once our die has gone through, we can see that it's cut perfectly. So we can take away the custard piece, and that has gone through lovely. We can then take out the white one, and then we can take away the custard part from the top there, and we can see that all of the custard pieces are left on the white egg, which looks really lovely.
It does look good.
And you could go ahead and glue them on if you want to, but we're actually going to remove these. And I'll just do the big bits for speed.
That's a great technique. I've not seen that before.
Well, it just means I tend to class it as engraving, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because instead of cutting through, you can see if you turn over the white one, they're still all in there. It's gone in, it's made an indentation, but they're still attached. Depending on your die, depending on your machine, power varies between machines, and depending on how intricate your die is, it might have cut a couple of pieces. If it has, just stick some masking tape on the back of it or a self-adhesive sheet.
But before you remove those little bits there, it'd paper piece the underside for you.
Yeah, and they're quite attached. You know, you can take them off and then you could re-glue them if you want to. But again, if you're going to paper piece, it's a nice trick for that as well, because maybe we'd done this in a different colour and we then wanted to infill them pieces back into the custard egg. They would then all be in the right places. We haven't got to pop them out the dies. So it's a trick that works for quite a few different versions, depending on how you want to take advantage of that one.
And I've been doing this job about 15 years now, and that's the first time I've seen that technique.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one. I like this. It's also really nice when you do the engraving, if you go over with some ink and just highlight the engraved part, because it's just a texture, so it looks really lovely. So a little bit of glue going across the custard egg here, and then we're going to bring that in and we're going to lay that on the top there, just so we then have all of them white components shining through underneath our lovely little yellow egg.
Beautiful.
How simple is that and how effective? So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the wooden panel that we need to put our eggs in place. And this time we're going to bring in our basket die. Now I don't need the basket for this one, but I'm going to show it to you because I don't think I'm going to get a chance to show it to you in this hour if we don't do it in a bit of a combo.
Right.
So with our basket, we have this lovely wood grain effect on here. We have the handle in place. That's all going to emboss for us. We also have this separate panel of wood, or this separate basket panel. And it's actually this bit that we want for this card because we're going to use that as a shelf. But we're going to bring in some white card again. I'm going to send this through the machine. Now, again, like the bunnies do, like the signpost does, even like the eggs do, as this cuts, it's also going to deboss for us as well.
Brilliant.
This time it's going to put the grain onto the basket and onto that panel.
And although it's an egg basket in this instance, it doesn't have to be. It can be a basket for anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think flowers in this all year round could be dressed up to just about any season that you want it to be, really. So the top part's going to come away. That's, of course, the top to our basket where our handle is. We can then go ahead and we can remove this. Oh, come here. There we go. And we can then take out these extra pieces. We can leave them in if we don't want to do our weaving. And again, just like we did with the egg, we can put a backing plate on there so that they'll stay in place.
See, this is the design brain of Sue Wilson, to be able to weave, to give it that look of kind of wicker or whatever you want to make it out of. It's a very clever concept.
So with this, if you do want to use it as intended, as I say, I'm just going to use the bar and we're just going to use that as a stand point to stand our eggs on. But if you want it for the original purpose, then as Dave says, we simply just weave it through the basket and it will build up to make this incredible design. Just slide them into place, carry on building up with more of them, change your colours if you want to, or bring in your craft card and go over it with some ink to create a really nice wooden effect, or keep them in white like this one here. The choice is yours, but they're just a really fun basket to play with. Now we just want that part, so we'll go back to this part and we'll bring in some pieces to our card. So we're going to start off with just a 6x6 card, and I've folded back the front half. We're going to bring in more of our custard cardstock. And then on today's show, we also have some postage stamp dies as well. Now these again are designed by Sue Wilson.
Oh,
they're lovely, these.
You know that this is my favourite design.
I know.
I love anything to do with postage stamps, I really do. I don't collect them, but I just love the shape of it. So if you want these layering dies, if I just quickly show you what Jamie's going to be using, look at these. Nesting dies in the shape of a postage stamp with that kind of perforated edge. 12 dies. They are just brilliant. $14.99, not today, not today. I mean, I remember when a die set like this would have been 35, 40 quid.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Look, $12.99 for the lot. And look at the size of them. So if you love nesting, but you haven't actually got a postage stamp edge as a nesting die set, here's your chance. $12.99, AG2824. Snap those up. They are brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Now, one thing that's really nice of them as well is you've also got plain squares. Let me dig one out. To go on the inside of them too.
Right.
So you can cut these out as frames if you wish to. You can also pick them to be slightly sized down, so you can then layer them if you wish,
so you get,
or have them as wider frames.
So you get 6 of the postage stamp and 6 of the straight.
Exactly.
Right.
Another little tip here with the postage stamp. Now, I told you these are squares, didn't I? And I've obviously gone ahead and cut that as a square. Little trick for you. Do your first cut, bring your die back, pick where you want it to be, nest it in place and send it through, and it will then make the same edge on this side. So not only have you got squares, you have got every type of rectangle you can imagine.
Excellent.
In them pieces as well, just by double cutting.
Good tip.
So much better value for money.
Hello, Sheila and Kent's in on these already. Not surprised at that sort of price. And versatility too.
Yeah, I love that. When I discovered that, I was like, well, that just opens up a whole new world of options with them, really. So same for the front of the card, layered on. We're then going to bring in our shelf as such to stand the eggs on, and then we can bring these in and just stand these. We'll do the one in the middle first, actually.
So is that the shelf that you plaited on the basket?
Yep.
Right.
So that's it. That is just that one panel as such, just this time with some foam tape underneath it just to build it up. And then we've got one little egg here. There's a slightly smaller egg, which is quite cute. This one with the hearts that sort of build into the flower in the middle, slightly smaller than the other two. So again, we'll layer that on the top. Just those hearts look sort of pillar and embossed underneath.
And they're so beautifully decorated, those eggs. They remind me of like the Fabergé eggs, the jewellery, you know?
Completely. Again, picking different colours, layering them in different ways. Lots we could do with them. I also think, and I think I've just used them all, but if you was to bring these in and sort of curve them, maybe something similar to this, maybe, and then start laying them round, you could make some really lovely flowers out of them. Or is that a bit too high?
Now,
there we go. So you can make some beautiful flowers out of them all year round.
I'm not at all surprised that you're loving the postage stamp die sets as much as me, because Sheila's already checked out, Anne in West Yorkshire, hello Christine in Staffordshire, Julia in the West Midlands, Janine Denise in South Yorkshire, Sheila in Kent, all coming in for the postage stamp nesting dies at an incredible value, $12.99 for all 12 dies. So £1, 10p each, basically, it works out to. And you've even got a little perforation. Not only have you got the outline of the postage stamp, the serrated edge, you also got like a faux stitch going around inside it as well. That's in there. So it alternates between a straight and then a serrated edge on each one. $12.99, AG2824. Grab them. They're going very, very quickly. I don't know how much of the stock. Oh, right. OK, 30% of our stock is gone. I don't know how many we had. If you want them, grab them. I mean, if you're like me, you love the postage stamp idea, you're thinking they're going to be 30, 40 quid for nesting dies. Not at all. $12.99 today. Loads of you've checked out already. That confirms your order. Anne in East Riding of Yorkshire, Janice in Berkshire. You're the only two that haven't checked out so far, but more of you coming through for these. If you love what Jamie's done with them, grab them. I didn't even realise they were in the show because while I was looking at the main collection earlier, didn't see these behind here. So I'm excited about those.
going back to the card, so to finish this off, for this card, I would just stick the panel on halfway across the middle like so. But of course, don't forget, if we wish to, we could go that way, create a little easel, and then we could use another one of these wooden panels down there as our stopper. These make incredible little stopper bars because they're cut to size for you. They've got that same embossing panel on there. So again, maybe we'd put the basket on the top and we'd like to coordinate that with the stopper element. That would work really nicely. For this one though, we'll stick to the original. We'll just put some glue on there and we'll place that down on the front. Now, I've lost one of my eggs. Come back here. Never good. It's early. Thinks it's going for breakfast.
Eggs for breakfast. Why not?
Easter eggs for breakfast. That's a better plan. I'm happy with that one. There we go.
But also you could have fun paper piecing with them, as we showed you earlier on, if you want more vibrant colours. But if you're looking for something really kind of simple but very effective, there we go. If you're a beginner crafter, you know, invest in these. You've got the experience of Sue Wilson, you've got the experience of Jamie with the demonstrations for you. But if you want to go for the big bundle, the big bundle, $99.99, and it's on 4 split pays. Yesterday it was only on 3. We've been able to twist Liam's arm in the gallery today and put it on 4 split pays. Lots of the individuals are selling out now, so the best way to get the best value is $24.99 on your debit or credit card today, plus your P&P of $3.95, and that's a one-a-day postage, okay? So if you buy things later on from We Are Memory Keepers, or We Are Makers they call themselves now, we've got 2 more hours, another hour with Jamie actually in the afternoon, 2 hours of We Are Makers, and also we've got a couple of hours, of course, with the lovely Debbi Moore as well. Loads of you, please. If it's in your basket, check it out. You're going to get everything. You're going to get both die sets, and I'd say probably 50% of it is definitely Easter. The other half is kind of generic all year round. You've then got the pastel A4 cardstock. You've got your fantastic Hello Spring, your word is, and Hello Happy or Hoppy Easter. You've got your 4 stencils, and you've also got the Francoise Norman Gnome collection. Those stamps are great, aren't they? The whole thing works together. A bumper bundle saves you the most money, down to just $24.99 on split pay, your first payment of 4. Now, a couple of individuals, now the eggs on their own, there's one left. If you want the eggs with the flowers on their own, there we are, $10.99, it's about to go. That is NV2817. There is a bundle though with the basket and of course the 2 sentiments as well. Now, if you want to go for the square nesting dies, these ones, the stamp ones. Now these are extremely popular. You've got everything from the largest size down to the little diddy square in the middle. But whether you're doing pyramid style cards, making wonderful apertures, when you want that stamp edge, which I don't know what it is about the stamp edge that I love so much. Half the stock is now gone, $12.99, they're absolutely flying. As soon as you saw Jamie demonstrate that, it is brilliant value. 40 quid, 50 quid, it would have been that probably 5 years ago. Today, $12.99. Now, what about if you want to go for some more nesting dies? These are ovals and they've got a scalloped edge to them. So these are available in the show as well. I don't know what price these are going to go to, but I can imagine these are going to be amazing value as well. They should be $19.99, not today. $17.99, and they're big dies. This is 9 dies in total. Can you also see there's a little arrow up the top there? If you go to the YouTube website and visit the Creative Expressions section there are actually tutorial guides how to get the most out of these dies, and also the postage stamp dies as well. So they're like kind of free workshops that you can access on your computer. But you can see they're absolutely huge. $17.99 for those, and they are UT2843. But I've got to warn you about the postage stamp ones. They are going very, very fast. 60% now stock has gone on the postage stamp. If you want them, we put our calls into Creative Expressions after shows to say, can we have more stock? Sometimes they say yes, and very often they say no, sorry, that's all we've got. They're flying out the door. 12 dies, 60% has gone. Be quick if you want them. It may well be the morning show. This show could be the only chance you get to get them. So just after 7:30, grab them today. And they're going to be popular year after year after year, I'm sure. And that's AG2824. Now, I love fluffy stuff. I really do. What am I talking about? The only time I've ever seen fluffy stuff is the white option that we used to use for like Santa's beard and the cuff of his jacket and stuff like that. This is exactly the same product, but they're in these pastel colors. And you heat this and it basically expands and becomes fluffy. DB2837. Now, what should the price? £19 just over for all 5 of them. Today, we're going to let you have them for just over £3 each, $15.99, and already over 10% of the stock of the fluffy stuff has gone. So when you want to use the pastel shades in your spring cards, are you going to use this in your demo?
We are going to use it. We're going to play with this right now. Now, as you mentioned, we had this in white for many, many years. And we was asking as a team, as a company, to have it made into colours for a long, long time. And they just could not get the formula to work.
Right.
Every time we added colour to them, it wouldn't rise, quite literally.
But now they've done it.
So finally we got it to work at the end of last year, and these work brilliantly. So let's show you a little bit with them.
Sandra's in, also Marion in Conway's in as well. If you love the white fluffy stuff, go for these, $15.99 for all 5. Okay.
So this is the card that we're actually going to be working on to give you an idea of where we're heading and what we'll be looking at. But we're going to start off by playing around with the background, and then we'll move on to Norman shortly. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but this is one of our stencil designs used with our fluffy stuff to give some texture.
Okay.
Now, you wouldn't normally expect fluffy stuff to be used with a stencil. That's not something we necessarily often talk about. Normally with fluffy stuff, this is how your bottle is going to come to you. We would recommend that you cut off the top and that you would use the product out, and then you could colour with it if you want to and heat it, and down to how much you apply depends on how much that's going to fluff up. And I'll heat that bubble in just a moment so you can see the difference between them.
If you didn't want to heat it, could you just let it dry like that or not?
You could, but it wouldn't raise. You do need to add heat so that it raises. If not, it will just stay flat. And we want it fluffy.
Yeah.
We want it fluffy. So a little bit of heat will do that for you. So all I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put some out into a palette so I can get to it in an easier format. And I'll use quite a bit of this one. We'll also, let's mix our colours, shall we?
Oh.
Which isn't something I've done before. So let's see how that goes, shall we? We'll bring out some of the pink as well, a little bit more of the nib off of that one. There we go. The bottles are quite a large bottle. These are a 30ml bottle.
Right.
I'm struggling to get my lid.
So you're actually getting 150ml in total then. And the colours are, you've got lavender and lilac, a lovely, beautiful classy green, a custard yellow, and a blue in there as well. Perfect spring colours though, aren't they?
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a stipple brush and we're just going to stipple this over the top of the stencil, picking it up and going back over the top here. Now I've put mine down onto a magnetic board just so that the stencil doesn't move, but you can masking tape it in place if you prefer, or you can simply hold it where you need it to be. We want to build it up enough so that enough is there so that we can heat it and bring up the texture.
Do you have to have a certain thickness to it or not really?
Not really, just the bigger it is, the more it'll expand once you heat it, to be honest. So a little bit of the lilac going in here as well, letting them colours mix. And you can, if you prefer, if you want more depth to it, you can literally put it on with a palette knife and adhere it that way instead. So it doesn't have to be stippled. I just wanted to play around with different textures from it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Another thing we're going to do is, before we start our little heating, because that'll take a minute to do, is we're going to take our fluffy stuff, the excess that's in my palette here, we're going to move this over to one side, and we're just going to bring it down onto the card.
And could you use it on, you know, colour cardstock like craft?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, of course, yeah, there's no problem with that. Obviously, it does have a transparency to it, as you can see by the more I sort of spread it out here. So the thicker you apply it to the product, the less you're going to see the colour come through.
Right.
But you might see a slight alteration from the shade beneath it. So all I'm going to do, and I found this the other day, it was a complete happy accident. I was trying to clean off my brush before washing it because I'd got a little bit too much on it. So I just did a few sort of pieces out onto the card like I have here. And I thought, well, I might as well heat that and see what I get. So we'll bring in the heat, we'll remove the stencil before I forget. These are made of very durable mylar, so they wouldn't hopefully be too affected, but we'll keep it out of the way from the heat.
To be fair, it's looking good already.
Oh.
When you see it heated up.
Lovely, isn't it? Let's bring in some heat and we'll start getting this activated. Now, it will take a moment, so apologies for literally watching fluffy stuff rise.
Well, it's a bit like when you're doing embossing. You just can't take your eyes off it, really. So if you've got the white fluffy stuff, maybe you bought it at Christmas time for Snow on Rouge, Santa's beard, all that sort of thing. It's exactly the same formula. It will do exactly the same thing, but for the first time that I've seen, it's now in colour form. And you get all 5 of them. Here we go, it's going.
Can you see it? It's starting to rise round here. So even with a very thin coat, we're starting to get it spring up into life and give you that texture. And it's quite nice because it's not so bold or so fluffy that we're losing the detail on the edge.
No.
It's not just going into one blob. it still keeps its texture.
I didn't realise you could actually use it that thin.
Yeah, it will still sort of come up a bit. So you've seen a little bit of that heat. Let's go on and do a small part over here and we'll see what we can get over this side. Bear in mind, this is just the grain of the brush.
Yeah.
No real technique here, just a little bit of sort of playing around. And again, we're not going to heat all of it necessarily, we'll just do this bit in the middle. But hopefully you can see how this is bobbling up.
It's giving you a texture, yeah, definitely.
And once it's done, it has the most gorgeous felt finish to it.
Right.
So it's a really nice way to add to it. So we'll go up to this big blob at the top because obviously we've seen it very subtle with the painted version.
Can you bring that down a bit, Jane?
We've seen it slightly more raised through the stencil.
Oh look, here it
If
goes.
we go on to the big blob, and we're just going to try and heat around it. If you're doing the big blobs, sometimes it can be handy to heat from underneath as well.
Right.
Because you'll take the moisture out from under the card as well as on the top of it. But it will give you an idea of what it's raising to be. And there we go.
It's
So there
fluffy
are
stuff
3 different
in
versions.
colour. It's great, isn't it? I mean, the eggs look fantastic. They really do. And that was only like 1 millimetre of thickness of the fluffy stuff, so they haven't used that much of it at all. But then where it's been painted so finely and so thinly with a brush, it just gives you it's almost like a crackle texture.
I love this because it is like a specialist cardstock.
Yeah.
And I know you might want to feel it. Feel that, Dave. See what you think. But it's got a really lovely feel to it.
It has.
It's like a felty, foamy finish. And
Yeah, it has.
It's a really easy way to use it. And blend it with your colours. And do try, if you want to, mixing bits of glitter in with it
Yep.
as well. Before you heat it while it's wet, sprinkle in your ultrafine glitters.
It does feel like foam. Yeah, it's fantastic. So if you fancy giving us a call for it today, you get all 5 bottles, $15.99, and 20% of the stock is now gone. For the first time, have these been out for very long or not very long?
No, my memory is shocking. I'm never very good when people ask me questions about timelines. I think it came out in like October,
Oh, okay.
but it could have been.
Well, it's the
March.
first time I've seen it. So fluffy stuff
Oh,
we're all
right.
familiar with, or I am anyway, in white. Now, though, it's in all these fantastic colourways. $15.99 your price. Hello, Jean in Merseyside. Hello, Sue in South Yorkshire. Sandra in County Tyrone as well. Add the colour fluffy stuff to your collection today for £15.99.
So on with the card, all I've done so far, bit of bright white card in the background, on with the pink blush card, which is in the pack of card that we're working with from the show today. Then on with my stenciled panel. Now this time I've used the confetti stencil. I think this is lovely. I can see I'm going to use this for New Year's Eve.
Is
for
that fluffy stuff again?
birthdays. Yeah, fluffy stuff, exactly the same.
Yep.
So we've just got that texture coming through. This is the pink one that I've used, which I can never remember the name, Strawberry Whip. They're even lovely names,
Okay.
aren't they? Strawberry Whip, and the lilac one is called French Lilac that we used in that demo. But again, texture coming through from them bits. Then we'll go on and we'll start building up ready for Norman to come in, shall we? So we'll use a piece of our custard cardstock, again from that card pack. I really liked having the card pack to work with. I found that there were shades that complemented every part of this.
And you said the GSMs vary throughout the colourways?
Yeah, slightly. One of the things that's really nice with this, let's see if I can find you a piece actually. And here I go again, I'm forever tearing things. But if you look at the cardstock, it has a matching colour core to it. So when you die cut it, you don't have to worry about a white edge coming through. If you want to tear it and then ink it, that works really nicely as well. But all our foundation card has a colour core. It's just a really luxury finish to it.
$6.99 for 20 sheets is a bargain, and that's BJ2886 if you fancy getting that today. If that's all you want, that's absolutely fine. Just pop it in your basket and check out.
And then let's stamp a Norman, shall we? Let's go and find one of him.
This is the latest selection of Norman characters from the lovely Francoise Reed. So 3 sets of stamps. They are on the website individually as well. You can buy them as a set of 3, or if you're buying the big bundle for under £100, they're going to be in there as well, which is amazing. And they're nice and big and easy to colour in.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm not the best colourist. I'm really not. I can't lie at all. I'm not the best colourist. But a stamp like this, the way Francoise designs them, they're just easy to add colour to.
Yeah.
They're nice big areas to start off with. And then you'll notice that she does a lot of shading dots when we ink this and stamp it. You'll notice them shading dots, so it gives you a location to go in for your harsher colours or your blending if you want to.
Yeah, so she kind of shows you where it needs to be darker.
Exactly, yeah, you've got that texture there already. So I find, as somebody who isn't the best colourist, a lot of the work is sort of done for me. And especially with these, they're just so cute and colourful. So there is our normal. How cute.
Oh, he's got bunny slippers, I've just realised.
Yeah, little bunny slippers going on. These are the little dots that I'm on about for your texture as well. So they're already done there. Little pom-poms or little tails on the bunny. So again, if you want to bring in your fluffy stuff, you can certainly add that in as well. And then of course, we've got his sort of carrot hat going on as well.
I tell you what, Jamie, the set of 3 stamps just on their own, without anything else, are flying at $19.99. Half the stock is gone. For Norman, it may be the first time you met him. You might already have the collection. Add into your order. OK, 2849.
So we haven't bought any colouring pencils or alcohol inks or bits like that to the show today. So I've jumped ahead already and I've just coloured him in with some watercolour pencils. Brilliant. But it's down to you what you want to colour with completely. To finish this one off, I've gone ahead to one of our little wordies and I've just got It's Easter. And we're going to plop that one just down on the side there. And that completes a very simple Norman card.
And actually, those wordies, if you were looking at the sheets earlier on thinking, oh, you know, am I going to use them very much? How many do I need to use? Are they going to stand out? They really do. It's very surprising, actually, how even the smallest sentiment from the wordies really stands out on the card. And the wordies, if you want those, you're going to get 4 sheets in each. If you just want the wordies on their own, or you want to stock up, and they're handy to have. £5 for 8 sheets, and I'm not going to stand here and count how many's on each sheet, but you're going to have a few hundred in total, definitely. And they're in 2 black ways and 2 white ways. Use a trimmer or a guillotine to trim them, or scissors, and you can foil on them as well if you've got like a hot foiling machine, because they are laser printed. Okay, so that's EJ2843, the item number, if you want just your wordies for an extra £5. Add that into your basket. Now, something that's going wild is the postage stamp nesting dies. You, like me, absolutely adore this. I don't know what it is, why I'm so in love with the postage stamp. I think when I was a kid, I used to collect first day covers. Maybe that's the reason I like them so much. But also as an ornament, and it's instantly recognisable, isn't it, as a postage, serrated edge. And again, you've got lots of ideas and hints and tips on how to use them. 70% of this is now gone, only $12.99, and you get the alternating stamp edge and straight edge, stamp edge and straight edge. And you can see that faux stitching that's there as well. Now, if I just show you what Jamie did in the first part of the show, here we go. So you can see he's put the larger stamped image or larger cut stamp image on the inside, and then use the slightly smaller one on the front of the card as well. But they are instantly, now everyone knows what they are. Everyone knows they're instantly stamped. Yeah, they're really cool. And the fact that you've got the alternation between the serrated edge and the straight edge with the faux stitching as well. Now, I'm not sure at 3 o'clock this afternoon whether we're going to have any stock of this. This show does get repeated on our website in between the morning and the afternoon show. So it may well be we get to 3 o'clock and there's none of this left. So if you do want to get hold of it, $12.99 for 12 dies, under £1.10 each. Beautiful, huh? Now, the big bundle is flying. It is the big offer of the day. It was previewed yesterday with Jamie in Creative Expressions. Was that at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yes. Well, this morning, maybe you didn't see the 5 o'clock show. Maybe this is the first time and the only time you're going to get to see this today. It is, and it should be. What should the price normally be, full price? It should be $120.68, but that's with the discounted prices, because the smaller bundles have been discounted. Put those all together, you get £120 and a few pence. So to get a better deal, if you buy the whole thing, you're paying under £100, $99.99, and it's on 4 split pays. Yesterday it was only on 3. Today we can give you that extra split payment if you would like it. So that's $24.99 today plus your P&P, and $24.99 in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks. And one more thing to show you before we go on. Now, the glossy glazes. Now, these are actually designed and formulated by Jamie himself. You came up with the idea for these, Jamie.
I did, yep. So I wanted a really subtle, especially with this collection, this was the first collection of the glossy glazes. I wanted a subtle texture paste that gives you an elegant finish. It will dry glossy, hence the name glossy glazes. It's water-based, so you can mix it and paint with it if you want to. Again, really lovely to sprinkle things into as well. So if you want to add a glittery element to it once you put it over your stencil, absolutely fine to do so. Looks really nice on mirror board acetates as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, really good to add in pixie sparkles, pixie powders too as well. So a good medium to build up on, but a really subtle finish to start with.
Okay, well, if you fancy these, half the stock has already gone. I don't know if you can see, it's difficult to get an idea, but if you look in there, can you just see how glossy and how shiny that product is? It works with the paper pads, it works with all your different colour cardstock as well. And these colourways all work together well. We've got the Cosmic Colour Clouds, the Cosmic Shimmer Colour Clouds in the show. They've been selected for their colourways. We've also got the matte chalk polishes. They all work together well. All of these colours have been selected by Jamie because they all kind of work together so well. $13.99, and that's KL2836. We've only got about eight minutes left, Jamie.
That's fine, no problem. Just a very quick little demo this time. Again, we're going to play with some of the stamps, we're going to play with some of the dies, bring it all together. And that's one of the beautiful things with this collection. It all works so nicely as a set. So I'm going to take a piece of vellum to start with for my background. I'm going to take the lovely little egg off of one of Francoise's stamps. There's a few different eggs for you to choose from. We're just going to use some clear ink. Over the vellum, I'm going to go over with my anti-static pad, just to make sure I don't get any stray pieces anywhere that I don't need them to be. And then we can come in and we're just going to randomly start stamping down a bit of a background with our eggs. And we'll just do a few of these for speed if we haven't got long to go. But I just wanted to show you how quickly we could take these little worker stamps, as Francois tends to refer to them as, and build up some really nice backgrounds with them. So we'll just do that little sort of flower shape in the middle there. We'll bring in some embossing powder, and I'm just going to use one of our ultra fine powders. This is in gold. I'm sure you'll find lots of these on your website as well.
Don't forget, of course, that Creative Expressions and all of our suppliers here at HobbyMaker have got their own brand shop. So even if Jamie's not on air or Francois is not on air with it, just have a little look at the brand shop on the website. If you go to hobbymaker.co.uk and it says brands, it will then bring up all the brands we have, and you can see Creative Expressions there. You can view all brands. There we go. Look, there's Crafter's Companion, Creative Expressions, Oakwood Archer. There we go. Creative Expressions is there. Click on that, and then anything available, if it's in the show or not, you can buy at any time. Okay, so that's why orders constantly going through, even if we're not doing Creative Expression shows.
Always handy to know, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So we're just going to heat a couple of these, just so you can see how well, again, you can stamp and emboss these. So these could all be different colours. We could do them one at a time in different shades. Again, on vellum, we could go in with our alcohol markers and add colour to the reverse of them if we wish to. But all I want to do is bring these to life, bring that lovely gold through once the embossing powder has melted. And we'll just do a few.
Still my favourite technique.
So I'll just stick, oh yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So I'll just stick to them 2 or 3 over here on this side. Now we're going to go back to the glossy glaze that we was just talking about, and we're going to use the Fresh Air Blue this time. Now, you mentioned how they look on different colours when you were talking about them. I just wanted to show you these. This is the Fresh Blue, or Fresh Air Blue on Coconut White card. Hopefully you can see that. This is one I demoed in the 5 o'clock show yesterday. This is the same colour with the same stencil used on Silver Mirror card. And it gives you sort of a glass effect, which is really lovely. So we'll then take our glossy glaze this time, and we're going to use it with a paintbrush. We're just going to hook some out into a little palette, and we're going to dip in and bring this in and just paint in the dots on the eggs. And then when that dries, we're going to end up with this lovely glossy finish just to those pieces. Again, we could colour them on the reverse with alcohol markers or watercolour pens if we want to, but when it dries, I'll show you what we're going to end up with. This is the effect we will have. Now, hopefully you can see the little glossy elements there on the eggs.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that? It's subtle, but it gives that little air of luxury.
Oh, wow, look.
So you've got the embossed bit, you've got that glossy finish that all works together. So we'll take these bits out of the way, and we'll build this card up quickly so that we don't fall off air. So we'll bring in the card blank as well, and we'll add on our first layer. So just a piece of white card for the base layer. Oh, we got that, that'll do. We'll place that one on. Then for our custard panel, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a way of anchoring down the vellum. So we're going to bring down a piece of our custard, and we're going to find some glue, because I've hid it. I'm going to place that in a little line, going down the middle. We can then place that onto here. We're then going to bring on a piece of white, and we're going to add the white going down the middle as well, so that we have an area to hold our panel in place. We're then going to bring in the custard panel that we're going to be using. And we're going to add the glue again down the same stripe, so all being anchored in that one area. We can bring that round onto there and wrap that round the back. Onto this side, we can then add our same glue, and we can bring these pieces over. We'll just trim that one just slightly, and we'll bring that one over and anchor down on that side and trim off that part. We can then add this onto the card, and we're just going to see if that, it's a little bit long for some reason, this bit, so I'm just going to trim it to match. Give me 1 second. There we go, we can get rid of that part. We can add that on there. And then down on this side, we're going to bring in one of our little bunny rabbits. Now the bunny rabbit again has been cut from craft card, but this time I've gone in with a white gel pen and I've just added in a few details.
Oh, that's
just
good.
to bring them to life. And it's a good way to show you the different lines that are on there already for you. And then again, I know we're running out of time, so I'm just going to bring these two bits in. We have our Easter wishes and our backing plate. So I've layered them together so that I have that ability to add on foam tape, which you'd never be able to do to the word on its own. So it's lovely that you've got that backing plate. And we're going to put that on the middle here. Then if you need to add more glue to the back of your vellum, you can hide it under the areas in which you've put your embellishments. But it's a way to just quickly make a quite stunning card.
Jamie, as ever, brilliant demos. Great products from Creative Expressions, great design from Sue Wilson. They're just brilliant quality, they're fun, they're amazing value for money. It's the Easter Bunny collection, but also featuring Norman the Gnome, of course, as well. The whole thing is incredible at less than £100, and we have an extra bonus split pay. 4 split pays for you, as opposed to 3 that we had yesterday. I've got to give you the heads up, though. If you want the stamp nesting dies, please be very, very quick. They are now limited stock. We'll put a phone call in to see if we can get any more from Creative Expressions in between shows, but we may or may not be able to. Now, the winner from the Win Your Basket competition we do every single morning in Wake Up with HobbyMaker, I can let you know the winner who's won her basket paid for today is Tina Johnson in Southampton. Tina, whatever you bought in the 6 o'clock show this morning is free. You're going to get a refund from us, so that's fantastic. You've won your basket. Now, don't forget, we're asking you to send in your paper decorations to help us celebrate our first birthday. Now, this has just come in from Bethan Thomason. Bethan, thank you ever so much. What a fantastic, fantastic decoration that is, celebrating our first birthday. We're going to decorate the studio with your paper makes. Paper is first anniversary, okay? Now, whichever we consider to be the best will win a £100 credit, and there'll be 4 runner-up prizes of £25 credits each. I've got to say hello to Ali Hyde as well, who's been messaging me on Facebook over the last few days. She's currently, I think, still in hospital, but she's making bunting for us in hospital, and it's being sent to us today. So Ali, lots of love, get well soon, and thank you ever so much for doing that. We look forward to receiving that soon. But get your paper decorations into us. It's the 2nd of March, which is our birthday, our first birthday, paper anniversary, and we've got some really big, exciting plans for that day. We're going to be live for, I think, 13 hours on our birthday on the 2nd of March. It's going to be absolutely, it's 14 now, is it? 14 hours live on our birthday on the 2nd of March. Okay, fantastic news. Now, we'll see Jamie back at 3 o'clock. Don't forget, we've got the world exclusive launch of something special from We Are Makers. In other words, We Are Memory Keepers. This is their new name. We Are Makers here at 1 o'clock with Carla and myself. And also later, we've got Debbi back, of course. Debbi Moore is here this afternoon as well. We've got Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker on the way. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I'll see you a bit later on. Thank you, Jamie. Have a lovely morning with the rest of us. Stay tuned, won't you? Do you ever get in a mess sticking down